Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Cesta Cyclones and the Tejada Devils. Takes a guy like Douglas up there in the front to have a great performance, and Iriondo in the late stages of that match really stepped up.
Absolutely.
Coming up next, though, 6th ranked doubles. You saw the two teams flash up there, Carballo and Jeden taking on CRB and Arta. Taking a look at these two teams throughout the season, Carballo and Jeden, the class of this 6th ranked group, 5-1 overall. Their opponents here, CRB and Arta, just 2-3 in their 5 matches. I believe a 3-setter, Stu, the last time that these two teams played. Yeah, taken all the way to a 3rd set and 1 point shy of the maximum. Should be a good one here, starting right now. There's a serve from Carballo. Our second match of the night is underway.
That was a heck of a serve.
Here's Carballo, takes it in overhead, the splitter. Stopped on the outside, nice catch by Arta. His forehand just does clear, back to Jeden. We'll run around the inside, there's CRB, backhand. Carballo, good range up there at the 9 line, powerful return, stopped by Arta. Here's Jeden on the forehand from the 10 line, powerfully thrown inside. Arta lets it pass, but he turns to rebote. Carballo low and hard inside, scoop by Arta. Backhand up to CRB, stops it on the left side, low runner right back to Jeden. Likes to play the rebote, he makes a tough save from deep in the backcourt. Takes CRB to the outside, high hard one. It's going to be a 3-wall play, Carballo calls him off, he makes a fall down rebote. Here's Arta, charging on the inside, powerful backhand, this one passing. Forehand rebote, scooped up again by Arta. There's a backhand, this one passing again. Big backhand, wall to wall. Carballo forehand carom. Split him up, but CRB scooped it up. Here's Carballo with the 7. Drop shot. Not dropping enough. CRB got it up at the 6 line. Big backhand now. Passes both Cyclones. Here's the rebote. Arta running around it. Costado right on the inside. Jeden stepped up. Caught it in the air. Beautiful read. Hard forehand. Stopped overhead by Arta. Big forehand. Into the corner, CRB on the inside, comes cross court, turns to rebote, the scoop missed by Carballo up in the front court. The Devils, CRB and Arta on the board first.
Tremendous first point played by all 4 players. You could see there, if you go back and you see Carballo just after the scoop, after the ball hit his cesta, he was already wiggling. And it's not really a wiggle. He's basically, that's the motion that they use to get the ball from the inside of the cesta up to the tip of the cesta. So he knows if he's going to throw a 2-all or drop it inside. But you can see he was already in motion to throw the ball as he was tipping it.
Jeden opens up on the forehand. Here's Arta now. 10 line, right side, comes right up the middle. Carballo steps back. Arta again, rebote left side, drop back inside with a big bounce. Jeden stops it at the 10 line, hard forehand dropping. Arta's there. Right in the corner, not a lot on that rebote. Return comes up in the pad, and the pad is bad. 2 points for CRB and Arta.
Also have to say, Andrew, that Arta, so far, these first 2 points, different Arta than we saw last week. So far, catching's been on. Communication with CRB has been excellent.
And for a lot of guys, you know, just seeing that first ball go in the basket, you make that first scoop, so much confidence moving forward. Like, in basketball, you're a shooter, you make your first shot of the night, gives you a lot of confidence moving forward.
Well, you know about that from, what is it, you bowl, right? It's golf. Golf, rather. Yeah. That's it, golf, sorry. I knew it was one of the others. Something involving, rolling ball.
I dabbled in bowling, Stu,
Okay.
Once. Rebote left side, just above the pad. Here's Carballo. 3-wall play, taking both Devils outside. The last second, called for CRB to take it. He does. Jeden powerfully back inside. Arta's got another one. That one got away from him up in the overhead screen and out of play.
We sometimes talk about the players tightening their cintas there. You can see that's what Arta's doing right now in between points and the importance of it. Some players get a good tie and keep it in, keep their hand in there the entire time. That cesta was coming loose as he was throwing the ball and resulted in him hitting the overhead screen.
Was it Did he have a full tie before the point started?
I don't know if it came loose during or if it was wonky to begin with.
Yeah, based on his reaction, maybe it was a quicker serve and they didn't see, but I got to look back at that. I did not notice that live. Here's Arta, backhand, right on the inside to Jeden. Jeden, softer touch. CRB steps in to cut it off. Jeden back inside. Arta elects to run around it, but he turns to Rebote on the back end. Carballo aggressively at the 5 line, whips it inside. Nice catch in the air by Arta. Low runner again. Jeden steps up. He scooped it up. Here's Jeden on the forehand from the 11 line, high off the front wall. Arta up at the 9. There's a backhand low runner. Right on the wall, into the corner. Carballo lays it up. Backhand again, low runner. Clean miss by Jeden. Carballo turns to Rebote. CRB lets it pass. Here's Arta from the outside. Inside placement is tipped. That scores.
Though they didn't win that point was beautifully played by Jeden just now. Good catches on the left side, good catches on the right, moving well to the ball.
And Jeden's been a little more involved in the backcourt than we've seen in some of these matches. And he's been starting pretty solid as well, Stu. Both backcourters in this match. Here's Carballo, nice leaping catch up at the 8 line, backhand, caught low by Arta. Arta from the 11, backhand, dropping low. Carballo calls for it, but has to dig out a tough Rebote. He makes it. That's on the wall. Arta, backhand from the 10 line. Forehand Rebote by Carballo, pulled in by Arta. Arta now at the 12, backhand. Carballo, powerful forehand, coming right up the middle, right over Arta's back. CRB lays it up. Takes Carballo up to the 4 line. The 2 wall blasted in to score. 2 points for Carballo and Jeden.
Beautiful throw by Carballo. Nice kill shot. Slammed it to the outside. Did that very well. Still, overall impressed with Arta's play here in the backcourt, catching a number of balls that he's been missing otherwise in previous weeks.
Powerful serve is an over serve. First fault, good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line.
Yeah, Carballo has one of the most powerful serves on any of these teams. But you got to keep it between the 4 and 7 line.
That is an over serve, a double fault, giving CRB and Arta their 4th point. They lead by 2.
Always looking for players to avoid unforced errors. In that case, double faulting. Carballo is more than capable of getting it between the 4 and 7 line with authority.
Jeden, right up the middle. Arta on the bounce, stops it at the 10 line. Carballo calls him off on the Rebote. Comes deep to the backcourt. Arta steps in. Low runner. Carballo's got it overhead right into a 2-wall. Snap to score.
That was just perfectly executed by Carballo. He snapped that 2-wall beautifully.
Carballo picking up the pace. Powerful serve. What a catch there by Arta. Carballo has it on the forehand. Powerful throw right up the middle. Arta moves out there early for the Rebote. Saves it back inside. Here's Jeden from the 11. Low and hard. Arta steps up. Caught it in the air. Jeden now from the 12 line. Low runner. Right to the left side of CRB. He cuts it off. Here's Jeden now from the corner. High hard backhand. Lobbed up. Back to the left side of Arta. Ball missed by Jeden on the left side. That brings CRB and Arta to 5 points. They have a possible set point.
First miss of the evening there for Jeden. Yes, I know he hasn't brought in 2 or 3 other catches. But that's the first just flat-out drop. Jeden's had a spot-on evening as far as catching is concerned.
Fault underserve. Second serve coming up for CRB. Second serve is good. Here's Jeden from the outside. Well, plays forehand, 3-wall play. Arta lines it up, drops it inside. There's Carballo. Big backhand. CRB, nice rebote, back up the middle. Jeden from the forehand. Dropping low, Arta. Nice catch there, backhand. Forehand, Karam Rebote scores.
That is,
my, oh my.
I don't know that it gets better than that. That is a perfect, look at this.
I mean, that's just nasty.
And was he
still.
trying to do it? 100%.
No, he was. I mean, he's definitely,
yeah,
but
100%.
to land it, look at where this lands.
There's no question that he was going for that.
I mean,
he landed it perfect.
This
that shot is almost impossible to guard against.
Here's a backhand by Arta, the low runner inside. Carballo digs it out. He's got the save. Here's Arta, backhand from the 10 line. That is on the wall. Jeden steps out of the way. Carballo's got the rebote. Right in the corner. Carballo again. This is on the wall. Arta goes up forward at the 10 line. Backhand. Here's Carballo from the middle of the court. High, hard one, right up the middle. No play for Arta. CRB running with it. Turns the rebote. Carballo aggressively, another 2-wall. To score. We are at 5-5. This is set point.
Carballo has been putting on a clinic of 2 walls. Just one after the other from the left side and the right side. Here's another one. Look how far back he is. He's stepping in at the 8 line. Look at that concentration. It just hits the floor and explodes. Beautifully executed by Carballo. Tremendous play.
Powerful serve. Here's Arta from the left side. Backhand, the low runner. Carballo coming cross court. Hard forehand now, right up the middle. Out of reach of Arta. CRB's got the rebote. But that stays inside. He crashes into the side wall and gets it to pass. What a play. CRB pushes it outside. Here's Carballo from the forehand. High hard one coming right up the middle. That's a tough rebote. Arta drops it inside. Here's Jeden from deep in the backcourt. Sidearm play. Beats Arta to the inside. He's got to play on the rebote. Drops it over the top. Here's Carballo. Inside placement. Scoop by Arta. Jeden at the last second stepped out of the way. Carballo winds it up, and CRB tipped it. Point and set. Carballo and Jeden come back. They win it 6-5, 2 minutes. We'll play set number 2.
Again,
my, oh
tenuous
my.
catches in the first and second sets there. Carballo just played spectacular. I mean, that was just beautiful.
I mean, we don't usually see that many 2-walls. I mean, he's got the power. And usually hard forehands from the right side, but his costado was about as effective as we've ever seen it.
And the forehand Karam Rebote was just
that was
just unbelievable.
Really, I was literally speechless. I didn't even know what to say.
And that's kind of a hazard when you're an announcer, because we get paid by the word. I don't know if you did you read that in your contract? Every spoken word the computer tracks, and that's what you're saying. That's why there's some variation. With me, same amount of money every week.
You got a better agent, obviously. It makes a little more sense.
There we go. Here's some replays. Look at this, just opening up by Carballo. That's what we mean by opening up when you hear us say it. It hits the floor and cuts to the outside.
He says, give me the ball. I want to pick up the pace here. This is the
forehand Karam Rebote. Yeah, everyone back here basically saying he intended to do that. And he said, yeah, sometimes it's a hook. But this one, just beautifully executed. Beautifully executed.
Here's CRB on the left side. Look at this catch, too, at 5-5. I mean, that thing was tight to the side wall.
Good thing he didn't knock himself out. Shoulder took a beating. Hip takes a beating. Wall takes a beating. That one there. So CRB did tip the ball, but if Arta had a play on it, should have called him off. And there we are back in the ESPN3 Players Cage. We take breaks here between sets. There you are, the Cesta Cyclones in white. Jeden doing a really good job there that first set here in the backcourt. Manny following Carballo around, keeping him in focus. A few seconds to go before we begin our second obligatory set.
As Stu mentioned, the last time these two teams played back on the 16th of October, it went 32 of a possible 33 points. The maximum still in effect there, going 11 points in set number 1.
You see team captain Jairo in the players' pit, there where the players sit in between sets. And also saw a couple Robote Renegades sitting there, both Goanaga and Gocheri.
We begin our second set. Carballo picks a serve right into the 2-wall. That's thrown to score.
So beautiful. It's so beautiful when it's thrown well, and Carballo has been throwing them absolutely well.
And here's the thing, Stu. He's also thrown all of them to the net side, beating CRB to his forehand, which opens up the split placement now. They're expecting that one.
Which isn't easy because CRB is a fast guy.
Yeah, and Carballo's got so much power that if you don't react perfectly, you're probably not going to get to it. Look at this. Again, the 2-wall.
Just beautifully done.
Arta, tough catch off that serve. Here's a backhand inside. Carballo's got the rebote. Here's Arta charging. Backhand, low runner. Jeden steps out of the way. Carballo on the rebote. He's into the top part of the pad. Any part of the pad is bad. It ties it up, 1-1.
Have to believe that Carballo was trying to drop that in just above the pad because he had more than enough wall to work with. But in trying to throw a quasi drop shot, landed it in the pad.
Carballo picks another serve, another 2-wall. Scoop by CRB. What a catch there on the outside. Jeden coming cross court, lines it up. High hard throw. Arta backhand from the 9 line to the inside. Here's Jeden again. Backhand. Arta reaching on the inside. Jeden again from deeper in the backcourt now, lobs it up. Arta steps up. Tough rebote, that is right on the wall, missed by Carballo. Devils retake the lead, 2-1.
When trying to make that rebote at the side wall, you want to visualize the ball coming into your cesta before you begin the throw.
Backhand to the inside, here's Jeden. Hard forehand, that one dropping. Arta lets it pass, but he's got the rebote on the back end. Carballo, high, hard one. Cutting back inside. The rebote turned to the outside. It's going to land in. Carballo digs out a rebote. It's a 2-wall. CRB missed it on the outside. Ties it up, 2-2. Take a look at this rebote. Carballo, aggressive call, turns into a 2-wall.
Yeah.
That's tough to time up there for CRB, kicking up high to his left side. Nice catch again by Arta, just above the pad, right to Carballo into the 2-wall. Stopped by CRB, but not held on to. Ball falling out of the basket. Carballo and Jeden lead 3-2.
Saw CRB, perfect positioning, got to the ball, came into the cesta. Not enough cushion to make that stop. Needed to get the ball to stop in his cesta. Ball never stopped. He didn't have control over it, wound up dropping it.
What a catch there on the forehand of Arta. Back up the middle. Carballo at the 11 line. Stops it in the air. Rebote 2-wall is too low. That caught the pad and out of play. 4-2 lead for Carballo and Jeden.
Well, I'm telling you something. If the fans are going to scream, pad is bad, and chant it like that, I'm not saying it because they're already saying it. So why say it twice? I'm glad people picked up on it. The pad is bad. You know it, right, Andrew?
I've heard that a time or two.
Okay, just checking.
I think you told me that.
Once or twice. I think on your first day, maybe. 12 years ago.
Here's Arta with the backhand, open it up. That kicks off the side wall. Nice catch on the forehand of Jeden. Jeden from the 12 line, high hard backhand, kicked up in the overhead screen, which is out of play. CRB and Arta cut the deficit to just 1. They now serve.
How does that happen? You see them catch and throw, and then one goes into the overhead screen. You're trying to get the ball past your opponents, trying to throw it over their heads, trying to pass the ball. It hits the overhead screen, just out of play.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for CRB. There's a catch by Carballo, picks the serve into the 2-wall, stop on the left side of CRB. Carballo coming into the backcourt now, puts it up the middle. Arta on the bounce. Forehand. Jeden going up for it. He comes down with it deep in the backcourt. Arta on the bounce. Nice catch up at the 11th line. Here's Jeden on the forehand again, coming out of the corner. This one dropping low. Arta steps back. Nice pickup on the bounce. Jeden steps out of the way. Carballo. Rebote forehand to the left side of Arta. Splitter. Not opening up enough. Jeden stops it. Swung low and hard. Caught in the air by Arta. Softer touch on it. Jeden steps up. Gets there before the second bounce. Low runner. Arta's got another one up at the 9 line. Here's Carballo. Takes it in. 2-wall. Stopped on the forehand of CRB. High throw to the inside. Carballo cuts it off. Splitter. CRB stops it in the air. Low runner. Back to Carballo. Outside placement. Stopped by Arta. Comes from the outside. There's a forehand crossing the sidewall. Jeden handles. Just slows it down. There's a backhand to the inside. Jeden steps out of the way. Carballo. Rebote laid up. Carballo, that's a tough save. Coming back for it. CRB. Backhand from the 7 line. Jeden steps up. Caught it in the air. Arta on the forehand, goes to the outside. Jeden coming across the court. Hard forehand, splits him up. That one tipped by Arta. 5 points for Carballo and Jeden. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
That ball really blends in with that white jersey, huh? Or the white pants, pick them.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Carballo. Powerful serve. Arta running around it. Keeps it on the left side. Backhand by Jeden. Let's back to Arta. One passing in the corner. Carballo, there's a rebote laid up from the forehand. Arta now up at the 9 line. Softer touch to the inside. Jeden goes up for it. Scoop attempt, clean miss. Arta's rebote comes up short. Point, set, and match. Cyclones, Carballo and Jeden take it in straight set, 6-5, 6-3. And with that win, Cyclones tie up the game day, 1.5 points per team. Coming up next, it's going to be that top-ranked doubles matchup between Manu and Douglas. I mean, one you're not going to want to miss. Here are the winners. That's 6 ranked doubles, Carballo and Jeden.
All right, Carballo Jeden, how are you guys feeling after that match?
Gobble, gobble, gobble. Hey, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thanks for watching. We feel good. It was a great win. We needed that 1.5 because Ikeda and Manuel didn't finish the game. So we had to, come back and put us even. But it felt good, especially on a day like this. So great job with the clones today.
Yeah, totally.
You were laser focused with those 2 walls today.
Yeah.
Have you been working on those? Talk to me a little bit about your training.
Yeah, those are my favorite shots. So whenever I have an opportunity and they give it to me, I'm going to shoot it. And yeah, man, just put the pressure on there. Our game, especially when I'm playing with Jeden, is to, play clean, execute, share the court. We shared the court awesome tonight.
Yeah.
Good communication.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad we came up on top.
Well, guys, again, congratulations for winning that match. Let's see what else happens today.
Go clones!
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys.